So pay attention because these are two serious issues I've had to deal with, and I wasn't smart enough to figure it out on my own. Hey guys, Mark Mcilyar with Live Anabolic, and a lot of you guys watch my videos and think I'm in perfect health and there's nothing wrong with me. Well, guess what? I've experienced a couple of really serious health issues over the last couple of years, and I want to relate these to you because I think a lot of you guys might be having the same type of feelings and experiences that I had, and I didn't know what was going on. You guys might not know what's going on, so if it can happen to me, I think it can happen to anybody. So pay attention because these are two serious issues I've had to deal with, and I wasn't smart enough to figure it out on my own. It just kind of slowly crept up on me, and I didn't know anything was going wrong. Same thing might be happening with you. So this is the problem, guys. These symptoms didn't just start like that with me. I think they started kind of gradually, and because of that, it's kind of like putting a frog in the hot water and you slowly increase the temperature and he doesn't know he's boiling to death because he gets used to it. Well, that's what was happening with me. So let me just tell you my symptoms, okay? And then I'm going to get in and explain two really serious health issues that were causing these symptoms. The first one was, and this started at least 2 years ago. I didn't really know what was going on, but I would wake up in the morning dead tired. I mean, out of bed, I'm still sleepy. I couldn't wake up. Have breakfast. Love reading the news. I'm a news junkie. I'd read the news for an hour and a half. And then I'm exhausted, tired. I would have to take a nap. I would literally get on the couch and lay down at 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning and take a nap before noon. And I wasn't paying attention. It didn't really, occur to me because it wasn't every single morning at first. But over a period of 6 months, all of a sudden, it's almost every single day I'm having the same problem. All right? But now I'm just kind of taking it for granted. I'm not doing anything about it. I don't feel sick, so there's no reason to go to the doctor, right? Well, on top of that, of course, I just experienced general fatigue throughout the day. Didn't really have a lot of energy. I'm still going to the gym and working out. And so I just kind of walked my way through life for months and months, and actually about a year and a half before I finally found out what was going on. So what it really took was my brother telling me, Mark, you sounds like you have sleep apnea. And I'm like, dude, I'm not overweight. I exercise all the time. I'm in good shape. That can't be it. I talked to one of my close buddies who is a big-time doctor, all right? He's an ER doctor, surgeon, done 2 tours in Afghanistan and Iraq. He says, Mark, no way you have sleep apnea. I said, well, you're probably right. There's just, I'm just tired all the time. Well, my brother finally convinced me to go see a doctor and do a sleep test. Well, I'm a lazy guy. I don't want to see doctors. It's not a pain. I'm just lazy. Well, guess what? It turned out to be incredibly simple. You just wear this little device. One night, they call you back. They say, dude, you got sleep apnea. I'm waking up 11 times an hour. All right, well, guess what? That makes perfect sense. I'm exhausted from the time I wake up in the morning till I go to bed at night. I'm so exhausted, tired every damn day, I go by it. All right. And I'm lamenting with this guy who's about my age. I'm 61. This was a year ago. I was 60. And let me tell you, the first night I wore it, it helped. I mean, I woke up the next morning feeling much more rested than I had in 2 years. So I wear it every night now. It's been right at a year. I've been wearing a CPAP every single night, and it helps dramatically, guys. So no matter how good a shape you're in, no matter what age, you might be in your 20s or 30s. If you're waking up dead tired in the morning, don't have any energy, it very well could be sleep apnea, and you just getting it tested is super simple. Don't put it off like I did. All right, so, I mentioned I had several health problems. Well, that was one. What about the other ones? Well, about the time that I got diagnosed with apnea and started wearing my little CPAP machine, I got COVID. And guys, it was amazing. I had a horrendous case of COVID. So bad, such a sore throat that I couldn't shoot a video for 6 weeks afterwards. I couldn't talk. It was that bad. Well, I didn't work out. I didn't hit the gym for at least a month after COVID. Well, when I went back to the gym, guess what? I'm exhausted, out of breath after every single set, every exercise. I'm not sprinting. I'm not outside running. I'm just lifting weights. And I'm bent over catching my breath, especially on leg day, after doing 10 reps. So I just assumed it was COVID related. All right, it's just going to take me a while. My cardio must be horrendous. It must have damaged my lungs or my heart or something. Well, this went on for weeks, and it did get a little better, but not much. All right, well, weeks turned into months. I'm trying to get back into cardio shape now after dealing with COVID. I can't. I mean, I go out and I jog. I can jog 200 to 300 yards slow, and I have to stop and catch my breath. Now, come on, guys. I'm just jogging. I can't jog a quarter mile without stopping. Just a slow quarter mile. Well, once again, I didn't realize anything was significantly wrong. I didn't realize I really had a health problem. I just assumed I was so horribly out of shape, meaning cardio conditioning, because of the COVID and from taking off for so long, that's just was the problem. And that I was just being lazy, that I wasn't pushing myself hard enough. Well, once again, I still didn't do anything about it until my brother came in again. So you need to have other people who are looking at you, giving you advice. And I was in Colorado playing golf with the guys. Telluride. We're at 9,000 feet elevation, much lower. Anyway, I'm out of breath up in the mountains. None of my other three buddies are. They're not in great shape. My brother says, Mark, what is the matter with you? Why are you breathing so hard? I don't know. I'm not breathing hard. Well, I didn't even notice it. Come home, he forces me to go to the doctor. They give me an EKG. Immediately, I have AFib. So 2 things that my brother figured out for me, all right? I had sleep apnea, and 6 months later, I get diagnosed with AFib. Well, guess what? AFib, I think I got it when I got COVID 6 months earlier. All right? And so who knows if that's true or not? But ever since I had COVID, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't catch my breath. And, you know, what happens when you have AFib? Well, I don't want to go into the details because it's a whole nother video. But guys, I just got surgery 5 weeks ago. I had heart surgery. They go up an artery or a vein in your groin. I'm asleep. And they burn all these little areas in one chamber in your heart that are causing that chamber to fire out of sync with the other chambers in your heart. And so they're actually creating scar tissue. And the doctor says it takes 1 to 3 months for this surgery to take effect. And guess what? I'm 5 weeks post-surgery, and already I can tell that my AFib is much better than it was pre-surgery. So I'm not out running a lot. Doctors say, fine, run, go work out. Doesn't matter. They're not worried about my heart. They don't think it's going to cause any issues. But I can tell when I'm working out at the gym now, I don't get nearly as out of breath. So I'm really excited because I think over the course of the next 2 months, it's going to totally cure my AFib, and I'll be able to just get back to normal. I'll be able to get back to my normal cardio ability. All right. Now, I'll suck at first because I haven't been able to do anything for 2 years. But within just a couple of months of getting back into it, I will be able to regain, you know, my cardiovascular conditioning. I'll be able to run further. I won't be out of breath in the gym. And guys, if it can happen to me, I promise there's lots of guys watching this video that are probably experiencing some of the same symptoms. All right, so I know this has been kind of a long, boring video. I'm just kind of rambling and talking, but the topic is really important because I had no clue what was going on. I didn't really even think anything wrong was going on. I had just gotten used to, you know, my daily life, and it wasn't very good. And so you guys might be experiencing the same symptoms. You may have the same problems with AFib and sleep apnea, or you may not have that. You may just be experiencing poor health because you're 50 pounds overweight and you haven't done any exercise in 15 years. Okay? And you're eating bad. All right? So I talk to a lot of guys. I do Zoom interviews. I do a lot of emails. I'm on Facebook. And it is really great to hear stories from guys who have completely turned their life around. And when I say life, I'm talking about their health. Guys that have been able to just clean up their nutrition. They start doing their Fit After 50 workouts, all right? And they just stick with it. And within a few months, they have radically changed their health and their life. I'm talking about they don't just lose weight. They look fantastic. They have a ton more energy. They're way more self-confident. Guys are saying, man, I haven't taken my shirt off, outside in public in 20 years. And they go, now I'm not embarrassed. I can go to the beach or the pool. I can mow the lawn out front, take my shirt off, when it's hot. No biggie. These guys are talking about their libido and their sex life just ramping up by a factor of 20. They're talking about their wives being so excited and happy for them and happy about their libido and sex life. There's just all these other great benefits that occur. Even if you don't have AFib or sleep apnea like me, you can fix your health problems, but you got to kind of realize and recognize that you have them. So I was so focused on the body fat and the muscle mass and the exercise that I basically never noticed the sleep problems that I was having, all right, and the out of breath, the lack of cardio ability that I had, all right. They were just kind of over here, and I gotten used to them because they had occurred over about a 2-year period, all right, where you guys might have plenty of energy. You might be getting great sleep, but you might feel really tired and sleepy and have no energy during the day because you're 50 pounds overweight and because your nutrition sucks and because you haven't exercised in 15 years. All right? So, we all have our little problems, our health problems. They're going to happen sooner or later. Once we get older, things just start happening and not working right. But please, guys, the purpose of this video really is to wake you up and force you to notice problems in your life that you don't see because you've just been used to them, because they've been there so long that nobody noticed. And that's the problem. Well, normally I'd wrap up this video by saying stick with it and never give up on yourself, but that's what I was doing. I was sticking with it and I wasn't giving up on myself, but I didn't see the problem that was right there in front of me. 2 big problems that were right there in front of me. I was never going to be able to progress. Matter of fact, I was slowly going downhill until I could see those problems. So the same thing applies with you guys. Figure out what your problem is first. Then you can work on the solutions to it. Then is when you stick with it and never give up on yourself.